Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today of XRP. Right now we're at 27 cents. We're up 0.81%. Guys, it is 1:55 p.m. Eastern Time, October 24th, 2019. So I always want to throw that out there just in case you're watching this at a later date. Guys, we're going to be looking at XRP on the 1-day chart. So each candle here is going to represent 1 day. And I have about 7 or 8 points that I want to go through here with you today. We're going to talk about everything from the trend lines to candle formation, some of the things we're back testing right now. So if you get something out of this and you like me covering XRP, guys, smash that like button, hit the notification bell. I try to give videos out basically every day as much as I can for you all, and I'm trying to learn, study this stuff as well. So let's get after this. First of all, guys, what I want to point out, and what we want to do, we want to work in trends. And remember, trends start on the short term and then they're going to work into the longer term. And what we've been in here is an intermediate term downtrend for XRP. The downtrend ended up starting around June 23rd. And as you can see, guys, it's October 24th here. So this would fit the bill for an intermediate term downtrend. And what we're trying to do is change that. And what you see for XRP here, guys, is lower highs. And this still is a lower high from this previous area that we had before. And what we're trying to set is our first higher low. Now we've had them in the short term here running up, but what I'm talking about is the entire structure of this intermediate term trend that we're paying attention to. So what we're seeing is that if this is another lower high, but we're going to set a higher low in here, and what's taking place is that we're back testing this trend line. So we know this is a valid trend line. You can see how the wick came down off it. Right there, we touched the trend line, we got bought back up above the 50-day moving average, and that's where we're sitting right now. And that's why I'm saying it's decision time for XRP, because guys, we've essentially back tested this trend line, because a lot of times you'll break out and then you'll come and you'll back test it before moving higher. So we're going to see if this is that higher low, but we need to stay up above this 50-day moving average. We've been trading up above it since October 7th, and we don't want to start trading back below it again and getting pushed down and then lose that and start dropping back down onto this trend line again. We want this to be our back test, this to be our higher low where we're sitting now, and then come up here and try to make a higher high and first get over this 30 cents right here, and then up to around that 31 cents, right around that 200-day moving average. And if we can get up above that, then we'll be moving well. Because guys, whenever you're looking basically long on something and you're looking to invest in something, you really want to be up above that 200-day moving average, because that's going to show you that you're in an uptrend, you're in a bull market. And that's what's going to be important. When you're trapped below this 200-day, it's hard for a longer term investor to say, okay, I want to take my position right now. A lot of guys would rather get in at a higher price but have that confirmation of, okay, I'm in an uptrend. We're up above even the 50-day moving average, the 200-day moving average. We're seeing back tests of those 50-day moving average and the 200-day. That's when you'd want to get in. So right now we're still being cautious, because we need to find this higher low where we're at now, and what we need is volume to get up here and make that higher high and start breaking some of these numbers here, because we've been trapped basically between, we'll call it 23 cents and about 31 cents. And the longer you sit here, we can work sideways for a while, but eventually we're going to have that break either to the upside or to the downside, guys. On the RSI, we're sitting at 49 right now, so we're more so in neutral territory in terms of the number. We are having a little bit of weakening here. You see we're rolling over a little bit there. So that's something that we do want to watch. What we're going to do is go through just a few indicators and tell me what you think about XRP. Are we back testing this 50 and we're going to find a nice bounce off this where we're at right now, or do you guys feel like we're going to start rolling over? Because if we do start to roll over, then I'd probably look down to around that 23 cents to hold would be my downside targets. Upside targets, we got to get up above this 200-day moving average as soon as possible. It's very important for us to get up above that. You all know I'm big on moving averages and trends from the short term to the long term. It's something that I'm really paying attention to. Okay, XRP on the MACD, we are having a downside cross there. If I pull this up so you can see, we've crossed to the downside and the histogram is starting to tick to the downside. So pay attention to that and keep that on your radar, guys. That's something that's important that's happening. Then let's go to our stochastic RSI. Stochastic, we're getting a little bit more in that oversold territory. We're at 14 and 28. We have not had that positive cross back to the upside though yet. So you don't have any bullish confirmation in terms of the stock. Do you see over here where we had this nice cross, guys, and we basically ran that entire move up here? It was this entire move from 23 cents to 30 cents. And that's typically how the stock will work. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on as well. And then we'll go to our awesome oscillator. I like this one because it's more just like a histogram, kind of like when you're looking at the MACD, but you can see the strength is starting to tail down a little bit here, and that's obviously gauging what we've lost. So now we're just trying to find here, guys, and this is also a crucial area I forgot to show you. That was support, if you look here. So if we step back, this green line that we had right here, this was strong support. We had many bounces off, and what happened was we actually got pushed down below it, and we broke up above it finally. And guys, if we drop back below it again, that could be a bad sign as well. So we're at this critical area of trying to defend the 50. We're trying to defend, this trend line, this back test of it, and we're also looking at this key what was support area now turned resistance area that we're sitting directly on. We have the 20-day EMA pressing down as overhead resistance, and we also have the 9 EMA as overhead resistance. So that's the stuff I'm looking at right now, guys. You let me know what you're seeing. Just wanted to bring this to you, but we're at that decision point, so pay attention to the 50, pay attention to the trend line, the support area, and just really watch the candle formation that we end up having off here today and what type of candle we're going to end up closing today at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So you guys let me know what you think. God bless each and every one of you. Take care.